Cheers. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon so far. Sorry for the late review. Had a few things I had to catch up on. But as always, please like, subscribe, comment. It'd be greatly appreciated to help grow my channel. And also, we're just going to be going over the S&P, the NASDAQ, triple Qs, and all things in between. Going over the price action and what to expect for tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this gap fill idea. Actually, no, I'm not, because there's two gap fill trades that we're going to be watching tomorrow on SPY. The close of today, which will be a possible gap fill trade, is going to be 454.24. And then the other gap fill trade is going to be right over here from August 1st candle at 456.48. I'm going to be looking for a rejection or a breakthrough on that. If we break to the upside of 456.48, then I would watch 458. If we end up breaking down tomorrow, watch for the gap fill on that 454.24 and a push back down to 451.35. Today, the trade that I ended up taking was right here on the 15-minute. I end up getting long right here. End up selling right here. Not the best in terms of risk to reward, and I just did a sloppy job on executing the trade overall. So overall, not the best, but you learn as you go with this kind of stuff, as you guys know. So that's what I'm going to be watching on SPY. On SPX, what that level is going to be for those that trade SPX is going to be the gap fill level to watch. It's going to be 45.48.18. And then on triple Qs, going to be watching very similar stuff. The gap fill trade on 390.74. Tomorrow, what I would really look for is if we continue to get this upside move, I would really watch if we end up getting a push above that 390.74 gap fill, I would watch 395. If we get some consolidation or a push down, then I would watch 387.75, and I would watch 383. But I mean, you would have to get some massive selling, and that's going to be more of a in the next few days that you would get 383 if you end up pushing down. But based on the price action, there's nothing to indicate that it's going to start pushing down. But you know how the markets can be; anything could really happen. And then on the NASDAQ, I'm going to be watching for the gap fill is that 14.287.2. It's going to be the gap fill. And what I'm going to be watching for on, well, it's basically the same thing. Let's go over to NVIDIA. So NVIDIA ended up making new highs today. So that's a very positive thing. But as we all know, we have earnings tomorrow. So I was a little hesitant to buy the breakout of these new highs. And I think a lot of people were too, based on the volume. It was increased a little bit, but not enough on a breakout. So I'd really watch at 504.09 level tomorrow. I would expect a little bit of consolidation. People are going to be more on watch for the earnings after the bell. But watch out 504.09 gap fill trade on NVIDIA tomorrow. On Microsoft, what I would watch on Microsoft is going to be at 376.35 level. I'd watch that gap fill trade at 377.44. We got resistance at 378.87. If we end up breaking down these levels tomorrow, you could get a push down to 366.78 in the next couple of days. But as always, trade it level to level and always just trade it based on what the price action is telling you. Amazon, the big thing to watch on Amazon is going to be this level at 146.13. We're going to watch that gap fill trade on Amazon. We had a little bit of a gap fill today, but nothing that really piqued my interest. So you see right here, if I draw it right at close, right here, this candle right here would have been the gap fill. I didn't really get the volume that I liked, so I didn't bother with the Amazon gap fill trade. So what I would watch on Amazon in terms of the levels is I would watch it move past 147.25. If we get a move past 147.25, that'll definitely be a big breakout level to the 150 range is what I would really watch for. If we break 147, I'd watch it move to 150 if all this buying ends up continuing. If we start getting a push down, I'd watch 146.13 for the gap fill, and then I'd watch 140. That's going to be major support, 140 to 141 on Amazon, and then Apple. the big thing to watch on Apple, once again, is going to be the gap fill trade at 191.45. Watch rate move up to 192. If we break above 192, then I would watch 194. If we end up breaking down tomorrow, then I would look for a move down to 191 and 188 in the next few days if Apple ends up breaking down. My personal opinion, I think it all hinges on NVIDIA earnings tomorrow. But hope you guys do good tomorrow and good luck.